We are back.
We're back.
With the Rebels, these crazy Rebel kids.
Early Morning Rebel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Love that song.
It's very emotional, as I say.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you're that emotional?
Are you?
Absolutely.
You try to be that emotional?
I don't know if I can help it. I don't think it's something that I try. I think it's just like, it just kind of happens.
Right.
Very emotional guy, yeah.
And that song was on Grey's Anatomy, which is a perfect song for it.
Thank you.
What's it about? What's Lifeboat about when you were writing it?
It's it's one of those songs that has a hopeless quality to it. It is emotional. It has this kind of this emotion that happens.
Sorry.
It's one of those things where, I mean, it's obviously open for interpretation, but when I first wrote it, the lyrics, it was about trying to save someone who is suffering and struggling and not being able to save that person. So there's a hopeless quality to that. Either that person can't be saved because, you know, I don't have the power, or they don't want to be saved. And in the same moment, there was a little bit of hopefulness, because I had this admission of not being able to do it, so I could kind of let it go. So there's a little bit of a yin and yang in it, but obviously there's some darkness to it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has that thing, the Lifeboat reference.
Both of us are like,
It's like, you know, you think about it. The ship sinks, it's like without that lifeboat, you are gone.
And it's haunting.
Yeah.
So how did the three of you get together? You guys are recently formed, like 8 months old, I think you said?
Yeah. Well, Dustin and I have been best friends since we were 15 in high school here in Los Angeles, and have been playing music ever since. Writing, producing, we have a studio in Venice, and kind of hit a wall with some of the other bands we were in about 8 months ago, about a year ago. And we decided to just start fresh and just do something that was really inspiring to us, and jumped in the studio, and we knew Josh from around town. He's an amazing drummer and keyboardist and musician, all-around musician. And so we just asked him, you know, we went and had a meeting with him, and we're like, we're starting this thing. And
the rest is history.
We're starting this thing, and like, you gotta be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And how'd you come up with the name?
The name was, it's so hard. I don't know if you've ever come up with a band.
It's
we
really
love doing it because we
hard.
love talking to bands about the band name
It's really
list.
hard coming up with a band name.
It is.
Especially these days with the internet, it's like
Everything's taken.
Everything is taken. So, you know, you find a good name, you think it's the most obscure name ever.
And there's three bands like that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And they will call you and be like, my band's name that.
Yeah. We and because of that, we'd play games of like emailing and texting each other these obscure, perverse, insane band names. So we had this list of like 400 band names, literally. And when we started, we were like, okay, we got to come up with a name, something that fits, something that feels good, something that's not taken. And we went through the list, and about 3/4 of them were completely inappropriate and just weird. And we tried on a few. We tried on a few that didn't feel right. We were actually in the studio, fortunately in the studio, playing and creating the sonic footprint of what we wanted to do, so to speak. And we chose Early Morning Rebel and kind of put it on, and it was like it was right, and it and the first thing that kind of grabbed me was like the consonants and how it flows, and then it just felt right. It was just one of those things. Like naming your kid or your dog.
I like that you're rebels in the morning.
Absolutely.
Especially early.
Early.
I mean,
Nice
you're
and
waking
peaceful.
up and you're like,
at night.
Exactly.
And everyone can be a rebel at night.
Because bands aren't really.
But you
working.
are.
There's nothing about
you're
early
rebels
morning.
first thing, and you're like, we're ready to be rebels right now.
It's not like Pilates class
6
at 5 a.m. It's like, we're getting home.
3 to 5. 3 to 5 dark hours of the evening.
Right.
Well, especially as you're, traveling LA to London, playing the Soho House, and all these fashion shows. I'm sure you guys are staying out until about 6 a.m.
We're enjoying this ride. We're just kind of enjoying life, period, and just kind of trying to be inspired. And that's kind of what the basis of this band was about, is doing stuff we love. So when we go out and play our music, like go to the Soho House and play our music, we're so pumped that we stay up forever, and we like to schmooze and talk.
They come down after the show.
Fashion. We got leather
happening.
Yes,
we got the
leatherettes.
skinny jeans. We have the tan boots.
Yeah.
So how was the London thing? What was it like over there playing for you guys?
It was really amazing. And you never know what to expect when you go to a new place. And so we had never been as a band as this band, and we were very deliberate about wanting to go to London Fashion Week. And Dustin and I and Josh have been kind of surrounded by some of the fashion world here in Los Angeles, and designers, and the art world, photography world, the film world, and we specifically wanted to go to London Fashion Week, and so we did. And when we put it out into the world, we got all these offers to play at events and attend shows, play shows, play the Soho House, and the reception was amazing. It was our first shows as a band.
Wow.
Was
hell of a way to debut.
Yeah.
So much for the coffee shop in emPOWERme, man. You guys just went to London. So, man,
I mean, a lot of people haven't even been to like fashion shows before, and really, fashion shows should be held in arenas. They are amazing to watch, and they're fun to watch.
Huge production.
Yeah, I mean, it's underrated, by most common people, and they should
The
I mean, that came out terrible.
You got pretentious there.
Trying to edit that out. You know what I mean?
it has a sex appeal and a highbrowness to it that
Of course.
most people can't relate to. But by putting interesting music to it, it must be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, the more you go to shows and like hang out with designers, the more you realize how much music dictates everything. Just like film and TV. It's like the more you pay attention to the music that's happening in a film, the more you realize how much that's, changing the vibe of the deal.
Right.
So, and there's a real marriage between fashion music. I mean, we all know this, but then we got to really experience it on a very kind of creative level, and the way that designers, make their clothes, and the way that we craft our songs. And there's a real fine, marriage between those two. And, again, it was just about being around creative people and being inspired by creative people, and wanting to kind of be immersed in that, so that we could go back and go make our music, Yeah.
And you're releasing your full length later this year.
Yes.
Do we have a title?
Not yet.
And
That's going to take another 400 names.
Exactly.
There'll be a little
Do we
process.
have like a
Yeah.
time frame?
A fallish?
Fallish.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan as of now. We're still in the studio, and there's a bunch of songs, and we have more songs kind of in the can, so we're putting it together.
So more stuff like Lifeboat.
Yeah, more stuff like Lifeboat.
More
Josh
emotion.
is our drummer.
You guys are going to emote some more.
Yeah.
They like to emote.
Yeah, so we're going to
The
emote.
emoters. And what about that for name? The emoters.
The emoters.
Oh my God.
Not so much. Someone's got it already.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's got 1,000 views right now on their Facebook. Man.
Oh my
It's
God.
great. So you're going to play some more
Well,
for us?
thank you. You're going to play another song.
What are you
for
going to
us?
play? What song?
We're going to play a song called Find an Easier Way. We're actually going in to shoot our music video for it this weekend that Dustin is directing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
Nice to have a director in-house.
Yes, and he's an amazing director. He
So you
directs
work
all
in
of it.
TV sound, right?
I do.
What type of stuff do you do?
All types of stuff, commercials, films. Yeah, do a little bit of directing and that kind of stuff.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to let you guys take it back
Multimedia
away.
individuals.
Yes,
And
sir.
thank you
you
again for being on the show.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
All right, well, we're going to let them get set, and we're going to listen to some early morning rebel.
I have to let everyone know that I totally cut off Jonathan.
She wanted to do a lot
During
of
the
news
news,
today.
like I got all swept away and
Donna
talking
Summer,
about Donna Summer,
the memories.
and I didn't even ask my partner and co-host about his fantastic week. So,
One of my
anything you wanna
highlights,
share?
meeting my man Eisler at the BMI Awards, which we talked about. Tomorrow night, a very special show. I don't know if you know the band Gaslight Anthem.
You had just brought them up to me. I have been dying to get
They
into
could
that
be
show.
selling out the Greek Theater, but they're playing the Roxy tomorrow night.
And-
So if you want to come with me, I will bring you.
You will.
I will let you go arm in arm with me plus one. I'll buy you dinner because it's your birthday, and we didn't get to go out last
We
time
get
for
to
your
get to-
birthday.
and he's even going to forgive me for for totally cutting him off.
Yeah, no,
earlier.
I like just watching you work. It's really cool. And just sit there and watch you do your thing. Speaking of watching, I'd like to see another performance.
I think
by
I do too. Are
Early
you guys
Morning
ready?
Rebel. What do you think, guys? All right,
Okay, take it
Early
away.
Morning Rebel. Thank you.
Woo!
Couldn't fix a broken road and call you into my arms of open fire. You fell through. I never practiced letting go of all my empty desire. How I wasted all my time to see you. I had to try to make you mine. I need to. Could never let it I try to find an easier way. There's no way you could escape. I'll find an easier way. Honey, when you lie to me, it's death for me inside to ever let you go. Oh, 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 couldn't fix your broken heart and see you. And when you're looking in my eyes, you see through. I never practiced letting go of all of my desire. I wouldn't let you go for nothing. I couldn't hide behind a lie, you'd see truth. And when you burn me with your touch, I bleed through. I couldn't let you go. I could never let you go. I'll find an easier way. There's no way you could escape me. I'll find an easier way. Honey, when you lie to me, it's death for me inside to ever let you go. Oh, 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 I could never let you go. No, I would never let you go. No, I could never let you go. No, I would never let you go. I'll find an easier way. There's no way you could escape me. I'll find an easier way. Honey, when you lie to me, it's death for me inside. I won't let you go. I can't let you go. I'll never let you go. I won't let you go.
Bravo!
Thank you, guys.
Yay! So we have a special request because we've gotten like a couple of Facebook and tweets. If you got, I know I asked you guys not to play it because we played the video
But now
and you
we love it
haven't
so much.
rehearsed it. But
All
would
right.
you guys play Lifeboat for us?
Absolutely.
Are you cool
All
with
right,
that?
one more song.
Okay, one more song,
and then we'll shut
everybody.
it down.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Go and find my life, and I'll wait. And I'll align my eyes north to find day. I've been crawling on my eyes for you, and the walls I broke through. I've been walking on a tightrope falling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye. I've been walking on a tightrope feeling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye. And go and find the right one to save. I'd rather find my own self for you to slay. It's causing my own rough awake to calm, and screaming, no, I found a love that's been lost. I've been walking on a tightrope falling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye. I've been walking on a tightrope feeling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye. I've been walking on a tightrope falling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye. I've been walking on a tightrope feeling. I've been looking for a lifeboat for you. I've been looking for a light left in your eye.
I think that's my new favorite song. That's awesome, man. Thank you guys, man. That was tremendous. Thank you guys all for coming.
Tune in next week, the Weekly Comet. Thank you to Early Morning Rebel and to Eisler. Good night.